They tried to tell her what she couldn't do. She had to look beyond their words of doubt to make her dreams come true. A dream so big it had no place to hide. She had a reservoir of faith and hope that could not be denied. Against the odds, she found a way to win, drawing on the strength and the courage deep within. She had to try a little harder. She had to reach a little higher. She had to run a little faster. She had to walk through the fire. She had to be a little stronger. She had to pray a little longer. 'Cause nothing is impossible, it seems, when a little girl starts to dream. So here and now the dream has come of age. Standing here in this magic moment, we turn another page. She's doing things that never have been done. You can tell by her intensity there's more dreaming yet to come. The world is seeing things they've never seen. No, standing so much taller on the shoulders of her dream. She had to try a little harder. She had to reach a little higher. She had to run a little faster. She had to walk through the fire. She had to be a little stronger. She had to pray a little longer. 'Cause nothing is impossible, it seems, when a little girl starts to dream. Honoring the past, celebrating now, looking to the future and all her dreamers. Try, reach, run, 'cause nothing is impossible, it seems, when a little girl starts to dream.
Good evening. I'm Veronica Obey, and I'm with WATE. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2024 Women's Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. WATE has been a longtime partner with the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, and we are so excited for all of you to be here to welcome in this new class. Women's basketball is so much more than the game itself. It's about passion, sisterhood, activism, inspiration, drive, and so much more. One thing each inductee here has in common is their love for women's basketball and its future. The sport has gifted them with much more than just the opportunity to play, coach, or even ref. So to everyone who's just starting to watch women's basketball, I say welcome to the party that's been happening for decades. But first, yes. But first, have a seat before hitting the dance floor with those who have loved the game since day one and understand that what you've witnessed over the last few years has been happening. This game has always been exciting. It's just entering a new era, and tonight we get to revisit many eras of the game and celebrate the stepping stones they have provided for girls to dream. Once we finish this celebration tonight, I challenge those in the room and those watching to not only settle with where women's basketball is today, but let's continue to discuss expanding rosters within the WNBA, finding ways to provide further funds to the organization, and continue discussing pay for players. This isn't all that needs your attention, but it's a start. Let's not forget the ongoing fight, because basketball, it doesn't have any boundaries, so why put women in a box? Somehow women are still questioned for just existing and being themselves regardless of the sport or whether it's on or off the court. I never played basketball, but I was an athlete, and I know there's not many women girls can look up to in hopes of maybe following in their footsteps. But now is a time for change, and we are seeing it happen before us today. I always admired what women could do when it comes to competing. What I admire most now, as a journalist, are their stories, who they are, and how they got to where they are. At the end of the day, they are more than just their stats and their records, and tonight we get to recognize them for who they are on and off the court. Thank you. We're so excited to celebrate. I have had the honor to speak with all of them and share their stories, and we're really looking forward to it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mayor Glenn Jacobs.
Well, good evening and welcome to lovely Knox County, Tennessee. And congratulations to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame on its 25th anniversary. You know, the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame could be called the house that Pat built. All of us here in East Tennessee, as you probably realize by now, are extremely fond of Pat Summitt. I realize that it wasn't all Pat. She was surrounded by a great team from administrators like the incomparable John Cronin, her players. Let's give John a hand, please. Her players, some of whom have already been inducted themselves into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, fans, family, just everybody. But nevertheless, for us, Pat's a hero. She's an example of what happens when you take passion, mix it with hard work and determination, and continually strive for excellence. She's a role model. She is the embodiment of greatness. A few years ago, my granddaughter Madison, who is here tonight, and I were invited to a Lady Vols practice. It was unbelievable. We got to watch them practice, and afterwards we got to go down to the locker room and see all those trophies and all the nets that they'd cut down. And I don't know who is more impressed or excited, Madison or me. Because for me, once again, to think what those teams accomplished, it was the embodiment of greatness. So congratulations to all of tonight's inductees. And thank you for being role models yourselves and reminding all of us, whether it's a young lady or an old dude like myself, that no, most of us will probably never get to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. But all of us, if we mix passion, hard work, dedication, and continually strive for excellence, we can all do so much more than we think that we can. You all are the embodiment of greatness. Thank you and congratulations. And now please help me welcome the voice of the hall, Debbie Antonelli.
All right. How about this year that we have had in women's basketball, right? Welcome, everyone, to the 2024 Women's Basketball Hall of Fame induction ceremony. I'm honored to be here for the 25th anniversary. It's such a special time in our game. It's not a moment. It is definitely a movement, and we have momentum. So we are going to keep on rolling right through all the wonderful things that are happening in our game, all the great product that we have out there, plus what we get to celebrate tonight is a reflection of all the great basketball that we have witnessed this season. First, if you are a Women's Basketball Hall of Fame Board of Governors or Board of Trustees, would you please stand to be recognized? Here to help us welcome in the class of 2024 are some of the Women's Basketball Hall of Famers. Please stand as I call your name and remain standing until everyone is introduced. Carol Callan. Carolyn Bush Roddy. Debbie Ryan. Doris Rogers. Doug Bruno. Fran Garman. Gino Oriema. Holly Warlick. Joan Cronin. Julianne Brzezinski Simpson. June Courteau. Lee Plarski. Lindsay Whalen. Lisa Mattingly. Mel Greenberg. Mickey DeMoss. Patricia Roberts. Pearl Moore. And Cheryl Swoops. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in remembering the lives of three dear friends of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame who have passed away since our last induction ceremony. From the class of 2012, inductee Nikki McCrae Penson. From the class of 23, inductee Tara Heiss. From the class of 2000, inductee Dean Weiss. Let's all share a moment of silence to remember our friends, please. Thank you. Our first award of the evening goes to a group that has achieved the highest level of women's college basketball, the NCAA Division I Final Four. They were an NCAA Division II school with limited resources at the time, but they competed as an independent Division I school and made it to the Final Four. Cheney State played in the first NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship game. Still to this day, the only historically black college and university to do so. Cheney State was also the first all-black coaching staff led by Hall of Famer C. Vivian Stringer. Her staff included assistant coaches Carlotta Bunny Schaefer and Ann Hill. Cheney State University is the oldest historically black college and are the epitome of the trailblazers of the game. Joining me on stage will be the 1981-82 Cheney State women's basketball team and coaching staff. Players Karen Drawn, Ann Strong, Deborah Walker, Sharon Taylor, Faith Wills, Rhonda Johnson for Lena Dabney, Yolanda Laney and Valerie Walker, along with coaches Bunny Schaefer, Frida Glover for Ann Hill, and C. Vivian Stringer. Please join me as I present on behalf of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame their Barron Trailblazer pins and game pins, following a few words by team captain Valerie Walker. Ladies, if you'll turn around on the podium right here, there is a ring for each one of you.
Wow, what an honor, what an honor. First of all, I'd like to thank God for giving us the opportunity for all of us. We were blessed to be able to play the game that we love. So I thank God for that. I also want to thank the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame Committee for our induction, okay? It's been 42 years since our team played in the first NCAA championship, our HBCU team in the first NCAA championship. And of course, we had the first all-female African-American staff that coached in the first NCAA championship. Okay. And you know, that was 42 years ago. 42 years ago, I'm like, wow, that was a long time. That was a real long time. And to be honest, I wondered, why did it take so long for us to be up on the stage? Don't misunderstand me. We are very thankful. We are grateful, but 42 years. So I wondered, I said, well, maybe one of the reasons I could think of that was similar is when we played in the championship game and they did the announcements and everything, the commentators didn't bother to even learn how to pronounce our name. They called us Cheyenne State, okay? And then on top of that, the t-shirts that were being sold for the first NCAA championship, Final Four, like my teammate said, had 1, 2, 3 teams on the shirt. They didn't have us. So maybe these are some of the reasons why it took 42 years for us to finally be on this stage, okay? But when you look at this team, when you look at our team, and some of us aren't here today, but that's okay. I know and we know that we were a part of God's plan. Yeah. This was all God, because how and when have you ever seen a team consisting of 8 high school All-Americans, all state players, championship players come together, turning down scholarships? A lot of us, we could have gone to Maryland, Rutgers, Penn State, Kansas, Long Beach, Old Dominion, all of those teams. But we had one common denominator, and that was the great Vivian Stringer. But you know, it's a funny thing, because all of those big giants that we turned down, we end up taking them down. So, when you want to really understand and know about the history of women's NCAA championship, you have to go back to the first year. And then I want you to investigate Yolanda Laney, Ann Strong, Deb Walker, Faith Wild, Sharon Taylor, Karen Drawn, and then our coaches. Investigate us. And myself, Val Walker, because her story will never be erased. Thank you.
Our second award is for the love of the game, presented to the Afghan Resettlement Project. When the Taliban seized control of Afghanistan in August of 2021, an aggressive campaign began to intimidate and threaten female athletes and forbid girls from attending school beyond the 3rd grade. Faced with the unthinkable, a courageous group of women's basketball players and coaches made the difficult decision and dangerous decision to flee Afghanistan and leave their families behind in search of safety and a better future. These women lived in a refugee camp for 2 years. Dr. Sarah Hillier, founder of the Center for Sport, Peace, and Society, and Michelle Marciniak, MVP of the 1996 National Championship team at the University of Tennessee, traveled twice to visit the group and offer encouragement by leading basketball clinics and providing health services and educational resources. Thanks to the collective efforts of Sarah, Michelle, and Mara Gubwan, 13 Afghans now call Rocky Top home sweet home. Please help me welcome to the stage the 2024 recipient for the Love of the Game Award to Dr. Sarah Hillier, Michelle Marciniak, and Muwalai Anware. Accepting for the love of the game is Muwalai Anware, one of these courageous young women.
Thank you so much for all of you. On behalf of my teammates and family with me here, there, and more than 1,000 Afghan athletes like Has who are discriminated against and threatened for their love of sports and education. It is my honor and privilege to accept the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame for the Love of the Game Award. When Dr. Sarah, Michelle, Mara came to visit Has in the refugee camp in Albania, we experienced a renewed sense of hope. They came to support Has when the rest of the world ignored Has. Dr. Sarah and Michelle told us about the legendary women's basketball coach at the University of Tennessee, Pat Summitt, and all about her belief and commitment to empowering young women through the combination of basketball and higher education. Right then, we knew God sent us the right people at the right time to help us to pursue our dream for a bright future. Under the new regime, our only crime were being women, being athletes, and being educated. Dr. Sarah, Michelle would always tell us, "You're not alone." You're not forgotten. And if anyone in the whole world should stand for our human rights, it should be the University of Tennessee because of the legacy of Pat Summitt. They promised to do everything in their power to help us feel welcome in Knoxville and become students at UT. At that moment, our faith in humanity was returned and reborn. We stand before you today with hope, with gratitude, with belief, and with the confidence that we will be able to fulfill our dream to become strong, educated women. It is for the shared love of the game that we stand on the shoulders of Pat Summitt, legacy, and hold her honor in the highest regard. As we strive to make our families remaining in Afghanistan proud, we never had the chance to know Coach Pat, but we believe we are part of her legacy. Thank you, Dr. Sarah. Thank you, Michelle and Mara, and the kind people we have met in Knoxville, like Dr. David Bassett and Laura, Dr. Gretchen, Nisler, and Mark, and the countless volunteers who give us reasons to keep hoping, keep believing, and keep standing for the rights of other persecuted women and girls who aren't as lucky as we are. Please don't ever forget them. In closing, if provided the opportunity to study at the University of Tennessee, we promise to become future leaders who will fight for a more democratic, fair, and peaceful world. Thank you so much.
Okay. How about Trailblazers and For the Love of the Game? Well, that doesn't get you, right? I don't know what will, because we all love the game in here. All right. The Berenson Award is in recognition of the mother of women's basketball, Senda Berenson. Senda Berenson was a physical education teacher at Smith College, where she created the women's game of basketball in 1892. Join me in welcoming Kristen Hughes, Athletic Director of Smith College, to present our awards this evening. And we want to thank Smith College for their sponsorship of the Berenson Trophy. Thank you, Kristen. You're going to get to see a lot more of Kristen as the night goes on. Our first inductee, here we go. This is a fun part. Playing for St. Edward's University, she was an NAIA All-American and the 1993 NAIA National Player of the Year. She played 3 years in the ABL and 14 years in the WNBA. She led the Connecticut Sun to the 04 and 05 WNBA Finals and the Minnesota Lynx to a 2011 WNBA Championship. She was a 6-time WNBA All-Star and was awarded the Kim Perrott Sportsmanship Award in 2004. She played 22 years internationally in countries like Russia, Turkey, and Spain before playing in the ABL and the WNBA. She was a 1998 World Champion Gold Medalist and currently is the WNBA Player Relations and Development Manager. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Taj McWilliams Franklin.
Taj McWilliams Franklin played 3 years in the American Basketball League from 1996 to 1998 and 14 years in the WBNA spanning 1999 to 2012.
It's my kids. Okay, I'm gonna try not to ugly cry. I may, but I'm gonna try not to. I got some new makeup, so it should hold. Dev understands, I see you. Yeah, you know, we always there. Thank you all. First of all, I wanna give honor and glory to God, who is the center, the beginning and the end of my life and everything that I do. Without him, there would be no me, and so that is always my first thanksgiving to God. I would like to thank the hall, the board, the committee. Ms. Dana, thanks for putting up with me. Bethany, you've championed for me. You spoke in rooms where I have not been, and I thank you for that. I am blessed beyond measure, and you all have added to that with this induction. To my fellow inductees, you all are amazing, and we are sisters for life. No matter where we go, we'll always be together in this time in this hall. And I thank you for honoring me with your presence and your grace this weekend, because I know I'm tough, so. To my presenters, Coach Ian Donovan, rest in power, Cheryl Swoops. Cheryl, I'm not ashamed to say that I love you. You've been my friend for 3 decades. You allowed me to sit in your orbit, in your stratosphere, and you treated me like I was just like you. And you've always stood with me, and I love you, and I thank you for that. I want to say thank you to all the coaches and my teammates who've taught me stuff, who I've taught. I've been blessed enough to be associated with through this journey. I want to send a special thank you. I cannot forget, the reason I'm really up here is because the ABL came to fruition first, took a chance on me, an NAIA kid who had been overseas for 2 years and only playing basketball for 6. And they saw something special in me that transitioned me into the pro basketball, basically. And people knowing my name. I played with some great guards. I played with Dawn Staley. I played with Teresa Edwards. I played with Michelle Marciniak, Spinderella. I played with Adrian Goodson, just some great people that really taught me the game at a level that I didn't understand at the time, but put me in a position to be where I'm at today. To all my WNBA and international teammates, a special thank you. And a really special thank you to my Los Links, always. Lindsay, Seimone, Brunson, Dev, Monica, Jess Adair, Amber Harris, Hornbuckle, Sharday, Wiggy. You guys gave me life. Not many people had a chance at 41 to be part of something special. But you all brought that to the old lady, Cheryl Reeve. There are no words. We've been together a long time. And I thank you. You took an opportunity on me. We kind of butted heads just a little bit, just a little on some things, but at the end of the day, it's all love. You have my eternal love and gratitude for what you were able to do for me at the end of a career that I didn't know was going to end in championships and being part of that organization. And I'll be Los Links forever. My mom's old lady, geez. Y'all, my mom used to sit in the old Toyota Center in Houston and cheer and tell people, don't be fouling my baby. And I had to run by, she'd be on court side. I'd run by and be like, Mom, I fouled them. In the middle of the game. And if any of y'all know my mom, y'all know that's a true story. Mom, you're clueless, but I love you. You're always cheering for me, and that's all that mattered. But yeah, I'm glad you didn't know the game, because yeah, it would have been worse. I'm telling y'all, seriously. To my pops who's gone, I wish you were here to see this. The too tough love you gave me pushed me to greater heights than I thought could be possible. It was painful at times, but you taught me the value of everything that I did and how to honor the gift that I was given with my passion and my work ethic, and I thank you. Mike Tebow, Cheryl, Bill, David McKee, my college coach, and my high school coach, Lynn Brantley, who has passed away. Your guidance, love, yelling, and cursing, especially Bill Lambier, Cheryl Reeve, that was a lot of cursing, but also your strength. It led me through some of the most challenging times in my life. I thank you for sticking with me and allowing me to be who I am, but also being who I needed you to be at that time. And I'm forever grateful and constantly praying that my service to this game is enough to pay you back for everything you've poured into my life. To my agent and my friend, Mike Kell, we're forever associated with each other. You're my guy, and I'll never forget you taking a chance on me. Single parent, you didn't know anything about me, and you've represented me with grace and class all those years. To EJ, Kelly, John, Tony, thank you for being fierce friends and for uplifting me. Always. Your support is always needed, and it's amazing, all the things we've been through together. To my family, my children, Rashandra Michelle, Shara Daniela, Seimone, Dom, and my new man, Aiden Kai. You gave me wings so I can fly, and you kept my heart open for all possibilities. There's no words to say that I couldn't have done this without you all being there for me, and I love y'all. My girl, Bonnie, you know I haven't forgot you. We're gonna do a podcast together, and y'all can listen in, because we're hilarious together. I don't know, I'm her twin, short white lady in the front seat, yeah. We look just alike, I know y'all missed it coming in. I love you. I can't say enough about what you've meant to me, being in the spaces that we inhabit together, and always hold me up and making sure I'm good when I come into work every day. It's always joy. Thank you for sharing your family with me and being my bonus family. To my ride or die, my dude, Reginald, Jay, my husband, my lifeline, my person. I don't know if they make enough words for our love. There's a movie, I remember the lines. It said, God loved me enough, he took the time to make someone just for me. I love you past my mind, beyond my heart. I love you from my soul, and that's where you and God inhabit. I thank you for giving wings to my dreams and pulling me out the flames when I flew too close. A lot of flames, a lot of closeness. You gave me space for basketball. You never tried to take it away from me. You were always next to me, never behind, never in front, always together, walking step by step. And we are taking our rightful place into this Hall of Fame together. I love you. Kathy, thank you for being the person we need right now in this league, in this era, in this time. I don't know if we say it enough, but as I watch and I'm working with these players, they don't know what they don't know yet. But as they look back and realize that this is a golden era for the WNBA, for women's sports, they're gonna remember your leadership, and I thank you for that. Finally, I need to say this. I told y'all what ugly cry, I'm gonna fix that up later. Not to this group, but for many people that have recently realized how amazing women's basketball is, including the 20 million people they talk about that tuned in for the championship game, Iowa and South Carolina, and the record number that watched our draft, that 2.5 million. I want those new folks that all did that to stick around and watch this game, because we advocate for women's sports, and more importantly, the pay equity that we know they deserve. But this is important to note. We have to make those words a reality. And we got something for you. Everybody loves a good brew. I talked to Bethany about this. We buy tickets to WNBA games and rep your favorite team's gear, i.e. buy it. Engage with the league. We are the league. We're here. And your favorite players on social. Watch games from home. Everybody say brew. Brew. Buy, rep, engage, watch. It's a movement. Be part of that movement, part of that conversation. Thank you all. God bless you and have an amazing night.
While playing at Mississippi College, she helped lead her team to the AIAW tournament 3 times, including a runner-up finish in 1974. She holds the Mississippi College all-time career assist record with 520. She played professional basketball with the WBL Chicago Hustle from 1978 to 1981. She played in the WBL's inaugural game and was the MVP of the league in 1979. She was a two-time WBL All-Pro and MVP of the first All-Star game. She played for Hall of Famer Coach Doug Bruno. She was named to the Mississippi College Athletic Hall of Fame and the Mississippi Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Rita Easterling.
Good evening. Thank you, Doug Bruno, for presenting me as a Women's Basketball Hall of Fame inductee, and Janie Fisher-Rowland for being my escort. Thank you to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame Board of Directors. It is a privilege to be here in the 25th class of inductees as a member of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame, class of 2024, along with my fellow inductees. Congratulations to my distinguished classmates. As we all know, basketball is a team sport. Many individuals were responsible for assisting in my success as a player. I cannot think of a better platform to thank them than where I stand tonight. The bonds we form through team sports are incredibly meaningful. I consider many of the individuals with whom I have shared sporting experiences as family. I am blessed beyond measure to have been supported by so many in my life's journey. First, I would like to thank God for his blessings. Without him, none of this would have been possible. Thank you, Coach Percy Parker of Popeville Junior High, for my first opportunity to play on a basketball team. My story began as a 5th grader. I would practice with the 7th and 8th grade team. It never occurred to me that I was the youngest and the smallest one on the floor. On the day Coach Parker distributed uniforms, he said, "Rita, if I have one more uniform, I'd give it to you." At that moment, I knew how to solve the problem. I remembered my Aunt Mary had played basketball, and I rode my bike to Aunt Mary's house after school. And it just so happened that her uniform was just what I needed. She placed it in a brown bag, and I took it home. The next day, I went to Coach Parker, and I handed him the brown bag. And he said, I told him, I said, "I got myself a uniform." He slowly opened the bag as if he was curious about what its contents. As he pulled the uniform from the bag, he said, "Okay, you're on the team." Coach Parker, thank you for not saying no. That confirmation of acceptance encouraged me to pursue my dreams of playing the game. Thank you, Morton High School, Coach Durwood Smith, for stressing the importance of mastering the fundamentals of the game. Your emphasis on mental toughness and perseverance were valuable lessons that I learned in my career. Mississippi College, thank you for my student-athlete experience. Coach Edward Nixon and Dr. President Lewis Nobles actively supported Title IX and were instrumental in building a national competitive AIW basketball program. Thank you to my coaches of the United States basketball teams, Billy Moore, Sue Garner, Lucille Cavalis, and Kathy Rush, for the many opportunities to represent the United States in basketball. I am grateful to have played in the WBL, the first women's professional basketball league in the United States. Thank you, John Garrity, Doug Bruno, Chuck Shriver, and Hustle Management, who believed in my talents. I would like to take a moment to thank many of my special individuals who are in attendance tonight. This includes high school, collegiate, professional teammates, WBL colleagues, coaching colleagues, and former players of teams I have coached, as well as numerous fans. Your support is overwhelming and much appreciated. Most of all, I would like to thank my parents, Lloyd and Maydeen Easterling, who is watching me from heaven. My mother was my biggest supporter, and she supported me 100%. I would also like to acknowledge my family and friends who are in attendance tonight. This is the greatest honor in my life, and I am proud to be one of the trailblazers who has contributed to paving the way for others. I played basketball with all my heart. I never played for fame or fortune. I played because I love the sport and never expected to be honored in this way. In closing, I would like to say, life is what you make of it. Never expect anything to be given to you, and do whatever you are passionate about, whether it's playing basketball or following your dreams. Again, thank you for this distinguished honor.
Our third inductee has a 31-year coaching career at Archbishop Mitty High School with over 800 wins. She has guided teams to 75 titles. She is a two-time Naismith Coach of the Year in 2018 and 2024, and WBCA Coach of the Year in 2018. She led the Nike Women's Hoop Summit team in 2023 and will lead them again in 2024. She received the Gatorade Coaching Excellence Award in 2019. She is a two-time USA Basketball Developmental Coach of the Year in 2013 and 24 with 4 gold medals and a 20-0 record with USA Basketball. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Sue Phillips.
Sue Phillips has compiled 810 wins in 31 years at Archbishop Mitty High School in San Jose, California.
Sorry, I'm a little skeptical of technology. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you in the back, just in case you're wondering, I am standing. And that gave me a little booster here to help. Thank you to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame Board of Directors for this prestigious honor. And congratulations to my fellow inductees. You are amazing women. I am humbled and blessed to share the stage with you tonight. I stand before you today with a heart full of gratitude, humility, and immense pride as I accept this incredible acknowledgement. This moment is not just a personal achievement, but a culmination of the dedication and support of countless individuals who have been instrumental in my journey. I am a proud member of the USA Basketball family. Thanks to USAB for the opportunity to be a part of the gold standard. Thanks to Archbishop Mitty High School for taking a chance on me, a young and inexperienced math teacher and coach. And over 3 decades later, I'm just as eager to excited to teach young people and tip off another season for the Monarchs. To my players, some present, past, some of which you are here tonight, this is a shared honor. I stand proudly on your shoulders. Your relentless determination, dedication, and unwavering spirit have inspired me every single day. It has been a privilege to witness your growth, not only as athletes, but as individuals, and I am forever grateful for the opportunity to be a part of your lives. To my coaching staff, some of which are here tonight, your guidance, wisdom, friendship, and unwavering support have been instrumental in my success and growth as an educator. Together, we just don't build better jump shots, but together we build leaders. Our work together has been a testament to the power of teamwork, teaching life lessons through athletics, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. I also want to express a heartfelt thank you to my family for all the love and support and patience. You are my rock and will always be the wind beneath my wings. And finally, I would like to thank and dedicate this award to my parents, John and Vicki Phillips, who are tuning in from California. Growing up, my parents instilled in my siblings and I, 2 of which are here today, the importance of faith, family, and education. And while my parents stressed those 3 things, they never hesitated to support and foster my love of sports. And over the course of their 60-plus years of marriage, I watched my parents model the notions of gratitude, humility, teamwork, work ethic, and always putting others first. It is because of them I learned the tools and gained the confidence to be the woman I am today. In closing, thanks again, God bless you all, and go Monarchs.
Our 4th inductee led Cal Poly Pomona to 4 NCAA Division II tournaments and was a 2-time NCAA Division II national champion as a collegiate player. She is a 20-year-plus veteran official at the NCAA, WNBA, and NBA levels. She spent 9 seasons officiating at the collegiate level, including 5 NCAA Women's Final Fours and 2 national championship games. She spent 13 seasons on the NBA's officiating roster, where she officiated 930 regular season NBA games. She officiated the 1997 WNBA championship game. She was named the Naismith Women's Official of the Year in 1999. This year, she was awarded the National Association of Sports Officials Gold Whistle Award, which is the highest honor an official can receive, until maybe now. Currently, she is Women's Basketball Coordinator of Officials for 5 conferences in the West. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Violet Palmer.
Violet Palmer is a more than 20-year veteran official of the NCAA, WNBA, and NBA, including 5 NCAA Women's Final Fours, 2 national championship games, over 900 NBA regular season games, and the 1997 WNBA championship.
I have to start by saying, wow. Whew. Before I start, I just want you guys to know that I literally worked 19 years in the NBA, and coming up those steps can prove how my knees feel. First and foremost, I have to stand here and I have to thank my wife, Tanya Stein. Tanya has been rolling with me for over 30 years. And I can tell you right now, this is the only time that she can have a television in our house. Because during basketball season, I occupy every single one of them, watching all my referees work. So I just want to say I love you and thank you for rolling with me through this journey. I have to also thank my parents. They instilled in me the drive, the love, and the compassion to fight for whatever I believed in. And I have to say that my father, who was up in heaven, we've been talking about him all weekend. I know he is smiling from ear to ear. And my mother, who is 92 years old, I know that she is at home, glued to the television, and she's going to call me when I get done and tell me how good I looked. You know, my parents would go to games, and literally, they would probably try to fight, Taj, they would probably try to fight people in the stands if they said anything bad about me. But they supported me 100%. I also have to thank Chancey Jones, the lady. You have been my ride or die. You have kept me grounded. Your support and your honesty is incredible. June Corteau, wow. You have been with me for the beginning of my career and have stuck by me. Your 45 years of experience in the WNBA, the ABL, the Olympics, the NCAA, man, you can truly show a girl what hard work can do. And I thank you wholeheartedly. You know, this is gonna be a tough one because he's gonna be mad at me. To my ride or die, Benny Adams, you're incredible. From the first time I walked on the court to referee a professional game, he was by my side. And I tell each and every one of you, he has never left me with anything that I have to do. Thank you for being consistent with me through this journey. I also want to thank my fellow inductees who have shaped the world. These sisters that I have learned to love and have shared some phenomenal moments with, this sisterhood will go on forever. And I am so happy to be in the class of 2024 with each and every one of you. To this incredible committee, all I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to stand here and be present to receive this honor. This is incredible. My journey began on the playground of Compton, California, as a young girl playing Little League baseball. And I can honestly say I remember that my father, he would always advocate for me and ask people to just look beyond my gender and just look at my skills and my talent. And they did. I was the only little girl with my big red bows sticking out of my Indians baseball uniform, playing Little League baseball. I begged my parents because my brother was playing and he was 3 years younger than me, and I said I was the oldest and I should go play too. And they allowed us to do it. And I really, really appreciate that. Over the years, I've been extremely fortunate in every level of basketball. As a player, as an official, and I have to say, I got so many of my officials in the stands here to support me.
I just want you guys to know you make it really, really easy. And you make me look good because you're very, very talented individuals and people. Thank you. My transition to officiating in the NBA, that's where I was truly tested, having the courage to go out into a profession that women had never been allowed. Every single night, all I wanted to do was just go out and just be the best referee I could. Wasn't trying to be a Hall of Famer, wasn't trying to be a pioneer, I wasn't even trying to be a barrier breaker, but I have been blessed with every single one of those accomplishments, and I am so thankful. For every young girl who was ever told that their dreams were too big or too far out of reach, for countless women and young people from all walks of life with hopes and dreams, I stand right here on the shoulders of everyone before me as a testament and advocating for diversity and inclusion, mentoring our next generation, and upholding the great values of this game. The glass ceiling can be broken. New norms can be established, and I have to leave you with a couple of things. My mother traveled with me pretty much, it was one of probably my first year in Division I. And I had her come with me. My mom, she loves one-armed bandits in Las Vegas. And I said, well, this is the perfect trip to have my mother come and share this moment with me. And she had never seen me referee before. Now, mind you, she went to countless of NBA games after, but that first collegiate game, we got on the plane and we were coming home, and my mother looked at me and she said, Vi, you have found your God-given talent. You're in your element as you practice your skills. She said, although you practice long and hard, you are following your passion and you are working on your destiny. I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that my mother knew a long time ago that I would be standing right here today. As I close, once again, I would like to thank the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame for inducting me with this class of outstanding women. You guys are my sisters. I would want us all to continue to dream big, push every single boundary, advocate for others, and be true to ourselves. Thank you guys so much.
During her college career at LSU, she led her team to a 121-19 record, including the 2023 SEC Tournament crown and the 2005 SEC regular season title, the 2003 Elite Eight, and 3 consecutive Final Fours. She was a 3-time All-SEC First Team and a 4-time SEC All-Tournament team member. She led the nation in scoring in 2005-06 with just under 23 points per game. She was a 2-time All-American, Wooden Award winner, Wade Trophy winner, Naismith College Player of the Year, and Consensus National Player of the Year. She was drafted #1 by the Minnesota Lynx and was named WNBA Rookie of the Year in 2006. She was a 4-time WNBA champion in 2011, 13, 15, and 17, and a WNBA Finals MVP in 2011. She was a 9-time WNBA All-Star and a 3-time Olympic gold medalist. Her number 33 jersey hangs inside the Pete Maravich Center, and her statue sits outside it. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Seimone Augustus.
Peace be unto you, and unto you be peace. I had a conversation with a friend before I got here. She said that her father gave her a little message before she went off to college. And he said that life was about choices. And depending on what choices you make, life could get easier or more difficult. She said she headed off into the world and started making her some choices. Her dad called her not too soon after and said, "I see you're not going to be too good at making choices." That conversation led me to think about my basketball journey and the choices that I had to make to be standing right here with you today. And then as I made those choices, how life started to choose me. My childhood friend, Eric Burton, his father was a truck driver, so he left at many odd hours of the day and night. Whenever he left early in the morning, shortly after, you would hear Eric's feet cutting across our grass, heading to our back door. Before he would get to the back door, my mom would yell through the windows and the walls of the house, "Eric, get away from my back door." And he would say, "Oh, Miss Kim." Before my mom turned around, I had my clothes on, I'm ready to go outside, and I'm giving her the biggest puppy dog eyes. And she would always let me go outside, but before she would let me go outside, she would say, "It's too early in the morning to be bouncing that ball." Me and Eric would bounce that ball from 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, till the street light came on. And we dared anybody who wanted to come in our yard to try us. Now, Eric didn't go on to be a superstar basketball player, but at that moment, I understood what my parents said when they say, pick friends that align with what it is that you want to do. Because Eric just reinforced what it was that my parents had already instilled in me. A work ethic, determination, and a pursuit of passion. Little did I know, while me and Eric was bouncing that ball, we had a neighbor that was 96 years old now. She said, "Baby, I would get me a cup of coffee and a newspaper, sit by my windowsill, and watch you bounce that ball." She said, "You would have your way with them boys out there in that yard." She said it gave her a sense of joy. Because at 96, she said, I couldn't even sweat during my time because it was deemed unladylike. So it brought me some joy and some freedom to see you so free. And so that led me to think about, when you shine your light, what can it do for others? As I journeyed off into the basketball world, my dad was my first coach. He said, "Money, you gotta go get coached by other people." He said, "You got to learn how to take instruction, direction. You got to learn how to adjust and adapt." So I did. Most coaches yelled, screamed, they were quiet, they knew X's and O's, they didn't. But the one thing they said the most was, "Get that girl the ball." So of course I learned how to go get the ball a lot. As I journeyed through high school and then to college, I ran across Coach Sue Gunter. Coach Sue Gunter would always say, mental is the physical as 4 is to 1. I never knew what that meant until one day she got a brilliant idea that if we lost the game and we got out rebounded, we would have to run the difference in suicides. Yeah, woo. We lost to Penn State by 40, got out-rebounded by 27. And she held us accountable for every last one of those suicides. But it wasn't about the punishment. It was mostly about the mental fortitude and perseverance that you needed to have. See, she understood that with many successes came many failures. And you would have to be mentally tough, whether it was on the court or off the court, to deal with and endure both. I think those lessons that I learned at LSU, Go Tigers, really helped prepare me for a smooth transition into the WNBA, where now life began to choose me. And as they said before, I was chosen as the #1 pick in the 2006 draft. Before I got there, my dad was like, look, you have to learn how to be a good loser before you can be a good winner. Because most times the #1 pick doesn't go to the best team. Boy, did we lose a lot. I watched a number of my peers go on to the playoffs, go to the finals, win championships before I even saw a bit of team success. But what I didn't know was right around the corner was the best time of my life. A group of women was assembled, and it's very rare to have people so selfless and hardworking. Every day we showed up to work, and it was a joy. It was like, I'm going to play ball with my friends. We gave our all, and most importantly, what we really collaborated on was the fact that we like to win and win a lot. And we did. We was led by a fearless coach, and Coach Cheryl Ann Reeve. Please say to Ann, because we like to find little things that annoy your coaches, and saying Ann was that. But she had to lead us with an iron fist, because we all know the saying that hard work beat talent when talent don't work hard. That rarely was us, but she didn't want us to be complacent, and we never did. It fills me with joy when I hear this new generation of players, the Paige Beskers and the Caitlin Clark, say, I grew up watching the Minnesota Lynx, and look at what they're doing for the game today. Ladies, we did our job. Ladies, we did our jobs and we did it well. We might have been the most superstitious team you could think of, too. I mean, a piece of garment, socks, gum, hair. My thing was lottery tickets. So everywhere we went on the road, I had to get a lottery ticket. One game I didn't go and get it because it was raining or it was too far, and we lost the game. So we going through the locker room like, did you get your hair done? Did you do this? Did you do that? You know. And they're like, Money, did you get your lottery ticket? I'm like, yeah, I didn't get to go get my lottery ticket. Oh, we lost the game, you didn't get the lottery ticket. I'm like, really, your lottery ticket? Mm-hmm. There's rebounds up in there, some turnovers up in there somewhere, but it was definitely a joy, an honor, and a privilege to play with each and every last one of you ladies. Taj, Mama Taj, Weezy F. Whalen, Mama, all of my teammates. I see my Los Leagues family in here. BB, you up in here, baby. I love you. Sweet Seal at home watching somewhere, and many others. As I bring this to a close, I just want to say thank you. And when I say this, I don't want no DMs, no text messages, no phone calls saying you didn't say thank you to me. We only got a little bit of time here, so I can't thank everybody. But obviously to the board, I say thank you for thinking of me and inducting me. I want to say congratulations to my fellow inductees. I want to say thank you to my teammates, the staff. I was telling everybody yesterday, my training staff, they would always say, Moan, are your knees ready yet? Well, my knees were ready today to catch these stairs to get up here and speak. Thank you to Chuck Barta, Trainer Chuck, the doctors, I mean, you name it, anyone who made my life easy and I can just focus on playing basketball and sharing my gift with the world. I thank you. To my parents, to my family, my friends, I see some family and friends, everyone who made an effort to be here, thank you. And most importantly, to my parents. I am an only child, so I had to do the work of all the kids they didn't have. I love you. They say it's always the three. It's us three everywhere we go. Every time you see us, it's me, my mom, my dad. They always ask, where your mama, where your daddy? I love you all, and I hope I made you proud. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So quiet with a big game, Seimone. Our sixth inductee was head coach at Gulf Coast State College from 1996 to 2012, and from 2014 to 2022. She compiled an overall record of 646-91. She won 90 straight games during the 2000 to 2004 seasons. She won 6 NCAA national championships and was a 6-time Coach of the Year in junior college. 3rd nationally in 2002 and finished 4th nationally in 1999 and 2018. She won 18 conference championships and 14 regional titles. She played for the Florida Gators in college and was a captain in the 83-84 season. She has received the Pat Summitt Award and trophy that goes to the National Junior College Coach of the Year, and of course over 600 victories in her career. She retired in 2020 from coaching and has helped over 150 young women play Division I basketball. Her legacy as a brilliant teacher, coach, and role model enshrines her in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Rooney Scoville.
Rooney Scoville played for the Florida Gators from 1980 to 1984 and was the captain for the 1983 season.
I'm waiting.
I brought notes. I would like to thank the Board of Directors and the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame for this incredible honor. Dan Olson, thank you for being my escort this evening and for your support of us, as well as your many outstanding contributions to women's basketball. Coach Mickey DeMoss, thank you for being my presenter. You were there in the beginning. You took me under your wing as you were my coach, my mentor, and my friend. So as this journey kind of comes to the end, it's only fitting that tonight you're standing by my side. I'm very honored to be the 14th NCAA college affiliate to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and I hope that there'll be many more junior college colleagues in the years to come. As I reflect on this basketball life, the only word that comes to mind to describe how this could possibly happen is family. My personal family, my basketball family, and my Gulf Coast family. I'll begin with my personal family. There are many who traveled here this weekend from all over the country, and I appreciate your love and support in helping me fulfill my dreams, as well as joining me for this induction this weekend. I'm so proud to be a part of your life and so thankful that you are such a big part of mine. To my brothers and sisters, you are my role model, you are my heroes, and I loved being your baby sister. I was fortunate that my parents were an important part of our basketball inner circle. My dad kept our stats for 17 years, paper and pencil, and my mom was our team cook. I clearly remember those games where we were losing. My mom always headed straight to the bathroom, started praying. And my dad would find the perfect quiet moment in the gym to let me know that it was my fault, that I should have coached them better. Unfortunately, my parents and my oldest brother are no longer with us, but they would be so proud of all of us. And of course, tonight is certainly one of those moments where you wish you could just share one more time with them. As for the basketball family, I was blessed with being surrounded by legendary coaches. In the early years, I played for Coach DeMoss at the University of Florida, go Gators, and she helped me get a position After that with Joe Champion, Carol Ross at Auburn University. That's a pretty good start to learning from the best. I also had the opportunity to learn from some brilliant high school coaches in the Panhandle of Florida. That's where I met the one and only Coach Grover Hicks, Jr. He has been the greatest influence on my coaching career. In the words of Carol Ross, he was the master of simplicity, and he could see into the souls of his players. He taught me the running game, he taught me how to win, and he taught me that it's a gift from God to be able to be called coach. At the beginning of every season, he would just simply say, you know, the only goal at the end of the season is to be able to say, we did it. When the administration rekindled the women's basketball program at Gulf Coast Community College in 1996, they took a chance on me. One of those administrators is here tonight. Linda Adair, thank you for your trust, your support, and most of all, your friendship. Coach Hicks and I joined forces along with that administration, staff, faculty, community, and some really special boosters that embraced us, and we became a part of the Gulf Coast family. Together, we worked relentlessly to build a winning tradition. We also had some great young assistant coaches who worked way above and beyond the call of duty for very little compensation, if any. Some of them are here tonight. Austin Mefford, Paige McCallum, Shannon McCallum, JoJo Booker, thank you. Our relationships with the basketball community enabled us to coach some of the nation's best junior college players. Through the years, we watched some young women battle great adversity to achieve their goals. They survived some tough workouts, some very long bus rides, and I mean very long bus rides, many, many study halls, and some real tough love. Some of those players broke records, they became All-Americans, National Players of the Year, and they won championships. A few of them. More importantly, they graduated, they played at the next level, and they moved on to very successful careers. When I think of where they started and then what they've become, I think that we won more championships off the court than we did on it. Unfortunately, it was impossible for Coach Hicks to travel to Knoxville this weekend as he battled some very difficult challenges with health issues. I'm hoping that he somehow tuned into the ceremony tonight. Sometimes things aren't always so clear, so one day I asked him, we didn't talk too much about the announcement and the induction, and I said, you know, what do you think about this induction? And he just simply said, I think you were real lucky to have me by your side all those years. So Coach Hicks, if you're tuned in tonight, this is not the end of another basketball season, but it is an incredible end to our basketball journey together, and the only thing left to say is, we did it.
Our seventh and final inductee led UConn teams to an astonishing 150-4 record during her 4 years, including a 90-game win streak that spanned 3 seasons. She participated in 4 Final Fours, winning 2 national championships in 2009 and 2010, and was named the 2010 NCAA Final Four Most Outstanding Player. She won 4 Big East Conference regular season titles and tournament titles as well. She is a 4-time Associated Press and WBCA first-team All-American. She was unanimously named National Player of the Year in 2009 and 2011. She is the only 3-time Wade Trophy winner. As a pro, she was a 4-time WNBA champion and 2-time MVP of the WNBA Finals. She was an 8-time WNBA All-Star, MVP of the All-Star Game 3 times, 5 times she was a first-team All-WNBA performer. She is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and FIBA World Championship gold medalist. She is one of only 10 players to earn a world championship, a gold medal, a national championship, and a WNBA title. She is a social justice advocate and author. Ladies and gentlemen, 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Maya Moore-Irons.
Maya Moore-Irons is one of only 10 players to have earned a World Championship gold medal, Olympic gold medal, NCAA championship, and WNBA championship.
Good evening, everyone. Man, as the baby of the group, I'm just like, my knees feel great. Whew. Stairs were easy. I didn't even have to lift the trophy. That's just... Oh man, but all jokes aside, what a privilege it is to be here with you all tonight. Thank you to the board and everyone who leads the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame for letting me be a part of this awesome group. My journey didn't necessarily unfold the way I expected, but it's leading me, again, to be the baby of the group, to join these legends. So my fellow inductees, you guys know, like, I've just loved being with you, and it's an honor to stand on your shoulders. So one of the things that's defined my basketball journey is that I've had the privilege of being on amazing teams. My first team, it was kind of small. My mom raised me as a single parent, and she was my first team, Catherine Moore. But I also had my extended family, and some of them are here tonight, who helped raise me and have been with me throughout the journey, modeling for me a foundation that would grow stronger as I left the nest. Thank you for being my team. In my youth, I was really blessed to have great coaches, teammates, and trainers that lifted me up and brought out the best in me, one season at a time. Whether it was my high school coaches creating an unselfish environment for us to compete in, or my trainer who helped me fix a glitch in my jump shot my sophomore year of high school, which allowed me to shoot a lot of three-pointers at the college level with Gino and the coaches. But thank you so much for fueling my competitive fire, AAU coaches in the summertime, those hot July summers in Georgia on the bus rides that were not as long as your teams, Coach Rooney, but we had a few bus rides. Thank you for being my team. From Georgia to Connecticut, I went in 2007 and became a part of some historic teams with Gino and CD and our amazing assistant coaches. I really grew as a relational leader during my time at UConn, while also getting a master class in how preparation and chemistry are everything. To every manager, athletic trainer, and friend that I had during that time, thank you for being my team. I remember being the young one on the USA national team as we prepared for the Olympics. Asia Jones showing a wide-eyed college kid how to use a first-class seat for the first time. I mean, that was an experience. I had my camera out and everything. K-Law, Kara Lawson, she said, Maya, come here. Do you have Sky Miles? Do you have United Miles? Do you have? I said, what is that? By the end of that trip, I had some miles, honey. She hooked me up, just showing me the ropes, all these great vets. I remember we were in Karlovy Vary, Czech Republic, and I got rocked by about every floppy screen that I attempted to guard those quick Spanish guards for the first time. Thank you, Carol Callan, Sue, Diana, Swin, Tamika, for being such great leaders that modeled for me what being a pro and gold medalist is all about. I was fortunate to be able to choose my high school and college teams, but this next chapter of my life would not be up to me. I had the ridiculous favor of being drafted to the Minnesota Lynx in 2011, and I am hard-pressed to think of another dynasty that had a better combination of talent, character, and visible chemistry on the court than the Lynx teams that I played for. As a rookie, I didn't have to come in right away and carry a franchise because Seimone had my back until I figured out how to guard the best small forwards in the world. I literally just followed Taj around my first 2 years and learned what a pro does on and off the court. I got to run and laugh every day with Lindsay Whalen and Rebecca Brunson as BB just made winning the most WNBA rings in history look easy. You know she's got the most rings ever. I'm talking about you. That Brunson. I digress. But don't even get me started on Sweet Sil. Sylvia Fowles. I digress. I don't have time. I can't talk about all of these legends that I got to play with. But also to Glenn and Becky Taylor, Cheryl Reeve, all of the coaches, management staff, athletic trainers who helped me stay healthy. Thank you for being my team. To the Wasserman family, absolutely. To the Wasserman family, Lindsay, all the crew, just over the years, they've been with me since day one and just literally said, I will make your life great. If you don't have good agents, good people representing you wherever you go, working for you, learning your heart, setting you up with success, it's just, we need that as we're forging this path forward. You need loyal people who have character and really care about the big picture, and I couldn't have asked for a better team with my Wasserman family. I'm so glad you guys are here tonight, and it's just incredible. All the things that you guys got to see me do wouldn't have been possible without them helping me and giving me a chance to get seen in the best light every time I was able to be seen. To the Jordan Brand family, MJ and the Jordan Brand for partnering with me, making sure that I could be seen, making sure that I could be celebrated, to making sure that female hoopers could be celebrated and being seen on a bigger stage. Thank you for that partnership and just the history that we continue to make in the basketball world. To my Faith family, who have loved me well and helped me grow and fought to stay close to me despite my constant travel, thank you for seeing my heart and helping me run this race. Jonathan, my love, thank you for being such a great friend, and encouragement and inspiration to me through all of the adversity of our story. I am overjoyed that you are here to celebrate this moment with us. And if I could leave our greater basketball community with the essence of my legacy, it would be this. Whatever community you find yourself in, strive to be a great teammate. Define success as being present in every moment while working hard to bring the best of your gifts to your team. I know firsthand this spirit is contagious, and if we all strive to live this way, I believe that the generations to come will also look around and say, thank you for being my team. Thank you guys so much.
Congrats, Maya, and to the rest of the inductees. What an incredible class, right? How fun was this? The Hall of Fame has gained 2 coaches, an official, and 4 players. We have recognized the Afghan Resettlement Project and celebrated the Cheney State 81-82 women's basketball team for their contributions to the game. Thank you all for being a part of the Hall of Fame ceremony tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors, especially Kristen and Smith College. We would not be able to do this. Barron Rings, thank you so much for all of your support. And all of you, the hall's depending on you. I hope you've had a chance to visit. I hope you've had a chance to experience the exhibits and gone inside the hall to see. Tomorrow you'll have an opportunity to go as well. And we need your help, so keep helping us promote the game and keep helping us honor, celebrate, and promote this wonderful game that we all love and enjoy. Right now, we're going to welcome back the class of 2024 and the inductees to come up stage here.